All right. Those are my 3 audience members. Yep. All right. Take your time. Those are the 3 words on every loading screen in Persona 5, my favorite video game of all time. Now, to many people, that's just a random phrase on a random loading screen on a random video game. But to me, it's a life lesson, one that I take with me everywhere, and it means don't waste your time. However, what it really means is value your time. My name is Jeshua Juane. I'm 23 years old. I'm an early childhood education major. And in my speech, I will inform you about my family, my hobbies, and my goal as an educator, but also hopefully what it means to take your time. I belong to a family of 5. I have a mom, a dad, an older sister, and a younger brother. And let me share with you one thing that I appreciate about every single one of my family members. My younger brother is 9 years younger than me, and one of my goals with him was to let my life be an example to him because I wanted him to grow up better than me. I made a lot of mistakes that I didn't want him to make, and as such, one of the things I appreciate about him is just watching him grow up. He is a dedicated student, and he puts his all into anything he does, whether it's pen spinning, Rubik's Cubes, or tennis and violin. With my sister, one of the things I appreciate about her is how every single one of our conversations changes my perspective on things. Whether it be about K-pop, TV shows, anime, video games, or really heavy stuff. Like when I'm going through something really hard and I can't see past that point. She always gives me a new perspective and helps me to appreciate the things that I have in ways that I didn't before. With my dad, something I appreciate about him is how he showed me how the little things affect other people's lives. I've watched as small gestures of kindness from him, whether it be praying for his friends, driving them to a place, or offering them food, have tremendously affected their lives and left an impression on them. So much so as students, years later, seeing him and recognizing him in the store, and then greeting him and talking about how much he's changed them. With my mom, it was her sacrifice. And something that I've learned from her is nothing is wasted time. With my mom, she gave up her dream of being a pianist to become a doctor, and she gave that up to bring us to the US. And I know for a while she was resentful because she thought she had wasted all of that time. But recently we found out none of it was wasted. She's now a worship minister, and she also works in a Medicare office, home health care, where she's able to apply that knowledge that she learned from being a doctor. Even though she gave up both of those things, none of it was wasted. And finally, that brings me to my next thing, which is waste of time. Like, what does it mean to waste your time? For my friends, they think a lot of my hobbies are a waste of time, or as they put it, side quests. But to me, none of it is wasted time. Everything that I do with intention, whether it be my photography, audio, or magic tricks, and each one has taught me something different. With audio, I've learned the importance of the small details in the bigger picture. Every single thing from like 1 decimal differences in volume contribute to the larger feeling of what you're looking at or what you're listening to. With photography, I've learned the importance of patience and waiting for the right time. Just sitting down with my camera at the ready, looking at one bird for 30 minutes, waiting for the perfect time to snap the shot. And with magic, I've become painfully aware that everyone has blind spots. No matter how closely you are watching something, you might miss something else. It is important that you have people around you to help you catch those blind spots, and that's something I've learned from my magic tricks. All of my hobbies have taught me something different. My goal as an educator is hopefully one day to be able to impart to my students that everything that they do in life has meaning. That there is no such thing as wasting their time, at least not completely wasting their time. Whether it be studying in school, hanging out with friends afterwards, or even ditching class, all of that has meaning, and all of that will contribute to their life some way, shape, or form later down the line. Whether that's positive or negative, all of it becomes experience and meaningful lessons for them later down in life. Persona 5 is a really weird video game. It's a supernatural high story about changing society, but it's also about a high school boy living high school life. First and foremost, it's about time. What do you do with your time? And something that I've learned from it is no matter what it is you're doing, whether it's work, studying, hanging out with friends, or getting food because you're hungry, or just like doing random challenges, all of it means something at the end. All of it contributes to who you are as a person. So whatever you do, no matter how meaningless it might seem, do it with intent. And most of all, take your time. Thank you for listening.